So, recently I was listening to a song, and I was listening to the lyrics of the song. I'm sure you guys have all heard the song. It goes a little something like this.
One day when I came home at lunchtime, I heard a funny noise. Went out to the backyard to find out if we was one of those rowdy boys. Stood there with the neighbor.
Yes, that's right. It's called The Year 3000 by the Jonas Brothers. Now, you see, I was listening to the song, and the song takes place in the year 3000, which is kind of weird when I reconsider this lyric right here.
He said, I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine.
Great-great-great-granddaughter is doing fine. Now, the song was released in 2006 by the Jonas Brothers, the main singer being Nick Jonas. Nick Jonas was 14 when he wrote this song. He was born in 1994, if I'm correct. Let's see. Yep, right there. 92, my bad. September 16th, 1992 is when Nick Jonas was born. Now, the song Year 3000 was released in 2006. That's 994 years in the future that this guy's coming back from. So Nick Jonas is now 26 without any kids, which means that he probably won't have kids till he's maybe 30. I haven't seen him really with any serious relationship. So if we take that into consideration and then say that he has his first kid when he is 30, then he has his first child in 2022. That's his daughter, D. If all these kids have children whenever they're 20, which is a pretty average time for people, then the daughter would be having kids in 2042. This is the granddaughter. And then she would be having kids in 2062, the great-granddaughter. And she would be having kids in 2082, the great-great-granddaughter. And then she would be having kids in 2102, the great-great-great-granddaughter. Now, if the great-great-granddaughter is born in 2102, then that means that in the year 3000, she will be 898. Now, if we take a look at the life expectancy chart, and then just average out the slope that it's taken since it's starting to rise from the year 1870 all the way to 2006, we get a slope of about 0.29558824, starting at the age 35.1 in 1870. Now, if we say that this slope keeps going for infinity in America, which is very unlikely due to the declining health of the nation, we're saying that if she lives as long as this chart would project that she lives, then that shows her life expectancy as being 103.68 years. That means that she's living about 700 years past what she's supposed to be living. Now, let's say they don't have kids when they're 20. Let's say everyone has kids when they're 40, which is usually whenever women can no longer have kids, or it's very difficult for them to have kids. So in this case, Nick is 40 in 2072. This is, 2032. This is his daughter. She would have kids in 2072, the granddaughter. And then she would have kids in 2112, the great-granddaughter. And she would have kids in 2152, the great-great-granddaughter. And she would have kids in 2192, the great-great-great-granddaughter. That shows her as being 808 in the year 3000. Now, if we look back at this graph, then if she is born in the year 2192, their life expectancy is 130.28 years. Almost still 700 years past what she's supposed to be living. Now, let's now take into consideration, what if they all adopt kids about 18 years before what their life expectancy is, assuming that they can raise a child until the child is 18 and they'll pass away at the average life expectancy, just to say. So with this chart, if Nick's life expectancy based on the year 1992 is 71 years, that would mean that he would adopt the kid at the age of 53 in 2045. That's the daughter. Her life expectancy is 87, so she has kids at 69 in the year 2,114. That's the granddaughter. The granddaughter's life expectancy is 107. So she has kids at the age of 89. In the year 2,134, the great-granddaughter. And that great-granddaughter's life expectancy is 113. So she has kids at the age of 95 in the year 2,229, the great-great-granddaughter. Now, the great-great-granddaughter's life expectancy is 141. She has kids at 123 years old in the year 2,352, the great-great-great-granddaughter. That means that her life expectancy of the great-great-great-granddaughter is 178 years old. See, this is still more than what we had before, 130, but this shows that she's going to be 648 in this year, which still doesn't even make sense. This means that if the Jonas Brothers claim is true, that in the future we will actually have things that will make us not age anymore, probably due to technology, seeing as how the national health of the U.S. is going down on average, and life expectancy is now starting to go up and then go back down. So we're now assuming that technology is helping people live possibly forever, which if you look back at the video, this guy holds up a sign of the Jonas family. In this, there's only 3 girls, and it says Jonas family year 3000. Now, even if we say it's the mom's supposed to be 648 at this point, if everyone adopted these kids. This is probably the maximum possible age that the mom would be. 648, and she looks like she's maybe 35. That means that she hasn't aged for, that's 618 years. Less than that, sorry. Trying to do math quickly in my head doesn't work, but you can see that that's not plausible, which means that people no longer age. She doesn't even look old. It's not even that she's living forever. She's like a goddess now. She's now immortal, and either technology has made it to where there's treatments and plastic surgery that makes it to where people can't even look old anymore, or the song's false and it's a big lie put out by the Jonas Brothers and propaganda for I don't even know what. But the moral of the story is that either Jonas Brothers have just told us that in the future we will be immortal, or 2, the Jonas Brothers are liars and they're incredible. They also made other claims such as people float in the future, and the entire world is underwater, which is weird because this picture looks like it's taken in broad daylight in air. So I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section. Any discoveries that you guys have, something that I'm missing in the song maybe, I don't know. I don't know if the Jonas Brothers have gone out and made a claim about the inaccuracy of their song, but it's pretty disappointing seeing as how I found this song, not for the first time, but under the playlist songs white people get lit to, right about there, year 3000 by the Jonas Brothers. Now, this playlist has 44,827 followers. That's just this playlist alone. It's not even put out by Spotify. That means that the Jonas Brothers are convincing an entire ethnicity of white people that people are going to be immortal in the future and that they're going to live underwater in less than 1,000 years in the future. That's a lot of people to be reaching, and that's a lot of power to have that they shouldn't be abusing in this way. If you agree with me, I challenge you guys to make a stand. I want you guys to start listening to your music and analyzing the lyrics of your music and seeing how credible your sources actually are. These artists don't know what they're talking about most of the time. The Jonas Brothers were 14 at this point, and they're making claims like this. They're saying that their neighbor built a time machine in his couch. If you look at the music video, he's jumping into a couch cushion with a portal on it. So I just want you guys to think before you just listen to these songs and feed information into your heads that's not actually true. I hear many people singing this song all the time. Everyone knows this song. It reaches a lot of people. That's a lot of power going to waste. Thank you, and please subscribe.